confusion, bro. They know that. Your enemies give that to you. Read that.
And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies.
You shall be slain, the children of Israel, before your enemies. Go ahead.
They that hate you.
They that what?
They that hate you shall reign over you.
Those that hate you shall rule over you. Do a 360. Who owns CVS? Who owns Checkers? I'm not talking about franchise. You buy into a franchise. Who owns this? Look back there. City Hall. Who's on top of that? That's William Penn, right? Who's that? They that hate you shall rule over you.
Bring it out.
Read on.
And ye shall flee when none pursueth you.
Yes. Go ahead.
That's it.
All right. Read that part again.
They that hate you shall reign over you.
They that hate you shall have power over you. Go ahead.
And ye shall flee when none pursueth you.
Do we not flee when they pursue? The cops come. Yo, squatter. Yo, squatter. Yo. One time. We 5-0. Yeah, 5-0. We flee when no man pursue us.
Bring it out.
They just be walking down the block. Everybody scattered.
Right.
Because they that hate you gonna be your police officer. They're gonna be your fireman.
Bring it out.
They're gonna tell you, give you textbooks. They're gonna teach you. They're gonna be your judges.
Bring it out.
Petty offenses.
Right.
Get 30 years from it. Small things like that.
Bring it out.
Now, go back to Psalms 83.
Psalm chapter 83 and verse 3.
Yes, sir.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Putting drugs in your neighborhood is crafty counsel.
Bring it out.
Putting dope in your neighborhood is crafty counsel.
Right.
The Tuskegee Airmen
They
experiment.
were told they'd get treated for their bad blood. Instead, hundreds of poor black men became participants unknowingly in a shocking and truly shameful chapter of American medical history. In 1932, the United States Public Health Service launched an unethical research project to examine the effects of untreated syphilis. The project was called the Tuskegee Study because it recruited 600 black men living in Tuskegee, Alabama. Researchers told the men that they were being treated for bad blood, a term used locally to describe anything from fatigue to anemia. They promised the men free medical treatment if they participated. While 2/3 of the men in the study were confirmed to have syphilis, not one received proper treatment for the disease they had contracted.
Airmen experiment. Our people wanted to be in the Air Force. They wanted to be a part of something. You know what they did in return? After all the greatness that they did with the war, they gave them syphilis. That's an enemy that do that.
Bring it out.
In God's time, when we ruled and reigned the earth, you didn't see the so-called the Israelites giving other nations syphilis.
Bring it out.
We didn't do stupid stuff like that.
Right.
That's only an enemy that would do that.
Bring it out.
Only an enemy will shut down everything, have you wear a mask, give you COVID-19, and then give you a vaccination, which you don't know what the hell's in it.
The coronavirus case numbers from Johns Hopkins University. Now more than 106.1 million confirmed cases around the world, with more than 27 million of those right here at home, and now at least 463,000 American lives lost. And Jen, we know there are now 3 different vaccines out there. The J&J, Johnson & Johnson. Hopefully we'll get that soon in terms of actually allowing us to take something. What do we know? What don't we know about these 3 different vaccines?
Well, Amy, I'm kind of living that out in real life now because, as you just said, I was notified by both the individual and contact tracing that I had prolonged close contact with a positive case of COVID. And even though I have received both doses of the Pfizer vaccine, the CDC has still not updated its rules, regulations, guidelines, and recommendations. And so I have to err on the side of caution and self-quarantine for 10 days. So here's what we know at this point about the vaccines with respect to our behavior. First of all, we know the Pfizer vaccine, the Moderna vaccine, which have authorization, 94 to 95% effective at preventing severe disease. Johnson & Johnson's candidate, 100% efficacy at preventing hospitalizations and deaths due to COVID-19. We know that in terms of the immune immune response. With those other 2 vaccines, the 2-dose regimen, the immune response starts as early as 7 days, and then the full immune protection kicks in about 10 days to 2 weeks after the 2nd dose. And we know that vaccine does work against some of these circulating variants, but it does offer less protection against the variants than it does against the wild type strain of COVID. Now, here's what we don't know, and this is really key right now, Amy. We don't know if vaccines can reduce asymptomatic infection. We don't know if vaccines can prevent transmission of the virus to others. And we don't know the durability, how long the immune protection will last. So until that time, we all have to err on the side of caution, even if we've been vaccinated.
Bring it out!
You don't know what's in that thing.
Right.
They're showing you on TV, people falling out.
A nurse is vaccinated, but just minutes later, this happens.
I'm sorry.
Tiffany Dover fainted as she spoke to reporters at a hospital.
Falling out. People getting the Bell palsy. I'm not telling you to take it or not to take it. But your enemies are, all of a sudden, think about this, real quick at this point. COVID-19 started in Wuhan, China, correct? Now how come all of a sudden they push it on black people?
Right.
Why don't they let the Chinese people come on live TV and take a vaccination? Why is the black man? Because from the beginning, they always targeted us.
Right.
They use the Chinese people as a puppet tool. Put them out there and say they did it. But their whole agenda was to get at you.
Right.
Read on.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They give you poor education, put us in low, we got low health care, no health care.
I went to Gerard College.
Yes, sir.
Gerard.
That's a white man.
He was a Frenchman.
Yes. Of course. They named these lands, like he also went over before, they named the lands after their own name.
That's right.
Because they have what? Authority. They got up very high. I'm going to show you that. Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They consulted together, the Council of Foreign Relations. Okay, what can we push this year against the Negroes? Oh yeah, give them TikTok. Oh yeah, give them Instagram. Oh yeah, give them Facebook. Oh yeah, Atlanta Housewife. Let the black women and Spanish women twerk all day.
I invested a lot of money into buying this building, into developing this concept, so black people can have somewhere nice to go to, okay? Somewhere where we can feel good about ourselves as a... Come on! Stop the music, please! Somewhere where our people can feel good about ourselves as a culture, okay? Yeah. No, real talk. And so all this twerking and shit, take it to Prime, take it to Pink, don't bring it here because we're a restaurant. And so beyond that, 75% of my customers are ladies. And I want men to show respect for themselves for how they carry themselves here. So how can I tell the men to respect themselves and you guys are twerking on glass here? If you want to do it, get the fuck out my restaurant. Because I did it for our people and I did it for our culture. So don't do it now. Don't do it again. I don't want to hear it. If you don't like it, get out because I don't need your money. I need to provide something for my people. And don't do it again. Thank you.
Crafty counsel. Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
We are the hidden ones in the earth. Hey, he came up, the officer asked you before, what's your nationality? You said African American. And you said your mom was Puerto Rican. Yes, you are what your father is, like he explained. Go ahead.
They have said.
Give them these nationalities because why? They're not going to figure out who they are. The Spirit of the Lord has to come upon you to teach you these things. White man ain't going to teach you that. He's going to keep you confused. You're going to be born African American on your birth certificate. You're going to die African American on your death certificate. Read on.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Go ahead.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
They cut the name of Israel off. They don't even call us that. Them people that call themselves Jews over there in Palestine over there in our land, they took on our nationality. They're the Edomites. They're the descendants of the Khazari Empire, which goes back to Esau. That's all they are. They're fake Jews.
Right.
They hate when we say that, but that's what they are. I'm not long with it. Give me 5 minutes. No, I want just real quick. 5 minutes. Yeah, that's it.
I've been for like an hour.
That's all good, though. The word of the Lord got you here, my brother.
I order food and I live right there. I'm literally coming right there.
No, it's all good. What you just 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Let me just clear this up real quick. God forbid you don't be able to come back if you're not able to. I want you to hear this. Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 25 and verse 20.
Let's get to the point. 25 and 25.
25 and 24. 23. Yes, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
2 nations. It didn't say 1 nation. We always trying to come together with them, but God said there's two. Separate. Go ahead.
And two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
This is when your forefather Jacob was born.
So this is one nation. What's the other nation?
Yes. The other nation? Yes.
So we're supposed to be together.
No. Watch this. Read it again.
Read that again.
And the Lord said unto her,
This is when Esau and Jacob were being born. They were in the womb. Go ahead.
two nations are in thy womb.
Why did he say one nation? Yes. All praise to the Most High. It said two nations. Jacob and Esau were in Rebekah's womb. She was pregnant. So it said two nations. It didn't say one nation. Go ahead.
And two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Two manner of people. Two different ideologies. God says a man is supposed to marry a woman is supposed to marry a man.
Right.
You know what Esau says? No. A man can marry a man and a woman can marry a woman. That's two different ideologies. That's two different things that they push. We push God's law. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. You know what they say? No. Let's change it to Sunday. God says not to eat any pork, crab, shrimp, or lobster when you read the dietary law in Leviticus 11. You know what they see? All foods is good. They push differences. So God says they're going to be two manner of people and they're going to be separated. One's going to lose it and one is not. Go ahead.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
White man can't go into slavery. They kill them. They'll jump off that thing right there if they lost $700,000.
That's right.
They'll jump. Go down to the sugar house over there. They lose $30,000. Woo! Bam, he's dead. Us, but you know what? Oh well, it was fun while it lasted.
Bring it out.
Slavery. Look at what we endured in slavery. Watching your mothers be hung from the trees, be whipped, your men castrated, pour tar on them and put feathers on them.
Bring it out.
You see the Levi's jeans? Levi's jeans. Look at the back of the jeans. You got a horse pulling one leg and a horse pulling another leg.
Right.
They know that. If that was your friend, why would he not take it off his jeans?
Bring it out.
Levitical, the jeans have come from Levi's. That was the Levitical priests. Today they call them Haitians. Read on.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
Now it says the elder shall serve the younger. Go ahead.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled,
Now she having a baby.
behold, there were twins in her womb.
Fraternal twins. They wasn't identical. Go ahead.
And the first came out red,
The first came out red. Go ahead.
all over like a hairy garment.
When you read classical biblical baby names, it goes into that. Go ahead.
And they called his name Esau.
Call his name what?
And they called his name Esau.
They call his name Esau. Give me Genesis 27, real quick. I think it's 34. Genesis 27, real quick. We're going to be real quick. You got 4 more minutes. Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 27 verse 34. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great exceeding bitter cry.
Because what happened? Because now you got the blessing. The Lord says the whole earth going to be yours. You're going to rule over everything. That's how God intended it. But now Esau did not get the blessing. He got a different blessing. Read on.
And said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father.
Go ahead.
And he said, thy brother came with subtlety, and have taken away thy blessing. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times.
He lied to his own father. He sold his birthright to his brother. Now he say he supplanted me. No, he said Jacob had pottage. He said Esau came in hungry because he's a man of the field. And what happened? Jacob said, give me your birthright. He said, here, take it. Give me the pottage. He didn't care about no birthright, but he just lied here. This man's the father of lies. Jump down to the point where it says about he conquered with the sword.
Verse 40.
Go ahead.
Whoa, verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him,
which was a black man. That was Jacob's dad. Go ahead.
behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
The fatness of the earth. The best parts. Go ahead. This is Esau.
And of the dew of heaven from above.
Go ahead.
And by thy sword.
By what?
And by thy sword shalt thou live.
Native Americans. By the sword, they took over this land.
Bring it out.
From the Reubenites, from the Gadites. By the sword, they conquered our people and took them out of Jerusalem.
Right.
By the force of the sword. Go ahead.
And shall serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass.
That's it. So they come with the sword. Today it's the gun. That's how they rule. That's in the bombs. How do you think they got military bases in every landmass? They come with the sword.
Right.
You gonna get down or you gonna lay down?
Right.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.